Yeah, this Park Ave Weeds, man. CEO of Hill Creek Entertainment.
We got next, niggas.
Let's get it.
24/7 getting chatty, you'll be grinding. 24/7 haters stressing cause we shining. 24/7, yes, we really put that time in. That money, yes, we get it. They talking records, we bomb them. 24/7, yeah, I be on the block with it. 24/7, no resting, it's non-stop with it. 24/7, I sell it, them fiends copping. Nothing funny, getting that money, the only option. 24/7, every
There we go. That's Haters by Larry Spears, the late, great Larry Spears out of Philly. Dope Dealers.
Dope Dealers.
Jamal Doman.
Tobe Hixx.
Dope Dealer Podcast. Shout out to the rest in peace, the late great Larry Spears. His manager is my homie. He actually sent me that track. He promised his mother, even though Larry is no longer here with us, he promised his mother that he wants to get his music out, and he heard about our podcast, and he heard that we wanted talent to open up the show, and he was like, yo, please have my song open up the show.
Word, right on, right on.
So shout out to rest in peace Larry Spears and his whole family. What's up, man?
Oh, man, everything is great. Episode 4.
Yes, man. It's growing, man. It's growing. Yeah, it's growing.
Word on the street.
Word on the street is we got that heat.
Dope. We got that dope.
Word on the street is we got that heat, man. Usually you go on point with the rhyming, man.
Yeah.
I was on the East Coast for a little while, man. I was on the East Coast for 2 weeks doing some shows, man, seeing the family.
How did it go?
It went well, man. I had a great time, man. And shout out to all the rooms I did, man. I was down in Norfolk, Virginia. My man Quincy Carr got a hot room. He does Dave and Buster's on a clean comedy show once a month on a Thursday night, packed.
Yeah.
Shout out to Quincy Carr. I had a great time. I drove down there, drove back. Of course, got a ticket coming over to Chesapeake Bay Bridge in Virginia. They got me.
What was you doing? Going too slow?
I was going too fast.
Oh, shit.
And the thing about it, the state trooper got two. He pulled over somebody in front of me. Then he slowed down. And I'm like, why he so? And then he pointed to me. So he got two of us. He got two for the price of one.
Oh, I would act like I didn't see him.
I know. I should have just kept going.
Yeah, I'd act like I didn't see him. He'd had to make a decision. Shit, I ain't just gonna, motherfucker just waving. I ain't see you waving. That ain't no lights and shit flashing. I'd have kept going like I didn't even see that motherfucker. There's no way I'd have pulled over by him waving. The way they be shooting at us, too.
I know.
Motherfucker, you better have some lights flashing so I can have some witnesses. I ain't just gonna go by your wave. I might get shot. The fuck?
He got two for the price, like you say, two for the price of one, man. So I was in Philly, did some great shows, man, in Philly. Shout out to all the comics, Denny Live. I did Teray Room, Warm Daddies, man.
Yeah, I got to get out there.
Yeah, that's a hot room. And then I went up to New York. We did Apollo. Shout out to Bob Sumner.
Bob, laugh, Bob, making it happen.
He got the Apollo Comedy Hour. Yeah, we had a great time, man. Teray hosted it, and they got a dope room. I was telling Bob Sumner, man, y'all got to do this every week because it's not the regular Apollo. Upstairs, they got like a comedy club that fits like 100 people. It's hot, you know. And I'm like, y'all should do this on a regular or something like that. But I had a great time up there. Shout out to everybody. All my family came out. Charlie Mack. Buck Wild, my brother came up there, man. I took my one of the dopest things I did. I took my nephews to go see the Harlem Globetrotters, man.
Yeah, I seen those pics. Oh, that was cool. They enjoyed that.
They had a great time, man. And Harlem Globetrotters, I felt like a big kid, man.
They still putting it down.
I always think it was no defense played during the Harlem Globetrotters.
There hasn't been any defense in the history of the Harlem Globetrotters.
No defense at all. You think that they got no defense in the NBA All-Star game. Go see a Harlem Globetrotters. And I was thinking, Tobe, how bad do your life have to be a Washington General?
I know, that's fucked up. Because I had a homeboy that played for the Globetrotters before, and then the homie Chad worked at the Globetrotters for years.
Yeah.
And, I used to get tickets all the time and hang out, and it was cool. It was cool. The Globetrotters is always fun.
Yeah, the Globetrotters is fun, but how about the Washington Generals?
I don't know how much the Generals make, too. How much do you make to lose every fucking game?
Have they ever beat the Globetrotters? We got to look that up. I'm going to look that up. Have the Washington Generals ever beat the Harlem Globetrotters? And I feel, because it's like WWE. They play the bad guys. They had one guy.
Every night we got to lose.
Yeah, it's like we know we're going to lose. You got to pay me good to know this.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Washington Generals, man. Speaking of the Apollo, man. Yeah. Speaking of Apollo,
your show went better than Mason's. Right?
Yeah, one of our youngins, I guess you could say. Mason Pryor. You know, we always start off with, because obviously, you know, me and Tobe, stand-up comedians over like 40, 50 years of doing this, man. So we've seen it all. Big thing in the comedy world is Mason Pryor, the son of the GOAT Richard Pryor.
Yes.
And we know Mason. We've known him for years.
Yeah.
We watched him develop out here. He went on Showtime at the Apollo. I didn't even know that show was still on, but
Yeah, it's still on. Steve's still getting checks from them too.
Wasn't Tony Rock hosting it at one point?
Yeah, and then
Steve, I guess,
Capone he hosted it for a while.
So yeah, it's on Fox now. It's like it used to come on late at night or early in the morning. It's like Soul Train, but now it has a good, prime time spot. But so anyway, Mason Pryor, we watched him develop and still developing in the clubs in LA. He went on the show and it didn't go well for him.
Yeah, but it was kind of weird, like he didn't really give himself time. I mean, they didn't give him time.
Yeah, but you got to get him quickly. You can't go out there and play around.
Yeah, he chose the wrong material for that audience. That's basically what
you got to go out there.
You got to come out there with your quick hitters. You can't have long ass.
I think
premises and shit.
Him being the son of Richard, I think he thought that'd get him. Oh, they gonna be cool with me. I'm the son of Richard Pryor. They ain't. No, New York don't fuck around like that. They don't care who you are.
People don't care.
You'll be the son of Jesus.
Them black people don't care. They don't care how famous. I mean, that is absolutely true. They never care.
And the thing is, he gave up. I don't know if you've seen the video. He gave up too quickly to me. Like he should have. He should have just, even if some booing, just stay with it.
Yeah, he didn't keep going. Even somebody in the audience was like, keep going.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, like keep going. Yeah, that's like he didn't commit to it. He just gave up. Yeah, that's
as soon as he heard that first boo.
We all have bombed. I mean, Yeah. And it ain't fun when you got to stand there and just talk and motherfuckers don't really give a damn about what you're talking about. But
comedians bomb every day, B.
Yeah, you gotta go through it that way. You can't just stop in the middle of your joke and then act like, what the fuck? Y'all being disrespectful. Shit.
Yeah. But let's keep it 100. We know Mason. Mason wasn't ready for that audience. Well, like he wasn't. To me, why?
No, that ain't his type of environment.
Yeah, that's not his.
That's not his environment.
And Mason, I've known Mason. I like Mason, good young guy, but he's still got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, he wasn't. That wasn't his type of environment. And to be honest, I think they was even a little harder on him because he was Richard Pryor's son, as opposed to if he'd have just been a regular comic walking out there, they probably would have gave him a little bit more time to at least hear what he was going to say. And then the big mistake he made, in my eyes, the biggest mistake is that you cannot come into a black audience and the first conversations out your mouth is about gay activity. Like that just don't go well in black art. I mean, they gotta be laughing already.
Yeah.
They gotta be warmed up to you. Then if you mention something about gays, they might just laugh and roll with it. But when you come right out and you talking about gay activity and the president over in Russia and Putin in and all that, he lost them with the gay activity. You would lose black people quickly with gay activity.
And I understand that's a lot of pressure being the son of the GOAT. Yeah. I mean, that's like remember Michael Jordan's sons was trying to play basketball. I mean, they did it. They I wouldn't say try. They got a 4-year scholarship. They was they did what they was better than us on the court, but it's still you're Michael Jordan's son.
And
you're Richard Pryor's son, and you're in the same profession. That's got to be a lot of pressure.
That is a lot of pressure. I mean, that would be a lot of pressure. I mean, shit. Look at Magic Johnson's son. That shit, the pressure bust a pipe on his ass. He just flipped it all the way around.
That's a whole different type of pressure, I guess.
But the thing is,
no pun intended.
The thing is that using that in your intro, or whatever, you gotta leave. That's not the smartest thing to me. You should just come out, Mason Pryor, boom, and let people decide or think about it at first. Is that Richard Pryor's son? Is he kin to him? Whatever. But at least by then, your material could have engulfed them and they could have favor for you.
Because then Damon Wayans' son kind of do that. He didn't really come out as Damon Wayans' son, if I remember.
Yeah, he used to tell people.
He let people figure it out.
Yeah. And but then
he was Damon Jr.
Yeah, Damon Jr.
Yeah.
But as they was figuring out, he was figuring out how to be funny at the same time. So he never caught the bashings well, he lived up to the potential or whatever. And it's hard to live up to the potential of Richard Pryor, but you gotta put in a little bit more work and maybe just not.
Because I don't see him at the clubs a lot in LA. I don't see him work. I don't know. I'm at the clubs, but I'm not every night. And maybe he is out there, but I don't really see him working and developing like that. Have you seen him?
And then he's worked with me a few times. Like
how did he do?
He did okay. He was doing okay, but there was certain gigs, like hooked him up with a college gig or whatever, had him go feature, whatever. And then it was paying a certain amount of dollars. I forgot whatever it was or whatever. And it was kind of a situation, you know, that's the school budget. That's what they got. You kind of take it or leave it. And then his mother called me up and she's trying to negotiate more money, this and that. And I'm like, what? I mean, the pay was cool for his act, for his time in the game and whatever. He wasn't lowballed or nothing. And it's like, you know, she was trying to get more money. And you know, at this time, he was even, newer in the game. And I was like, you know, no, this is it.
Yeah, this is
like,
what we
what
got.
do you think?
Like,
you know, what do you...
You're not negotiating for Richard Pryor, man.
Exactly. So that's the point I'm trying to make. So not only does he got the pressure of the people when he goes out there, it's almost like he has some family pressure also.
I didn't think of that.
You know, so that's pressure everywhere, you know?
What happened to Brando Murphy? What happened to
his name? What?
Brandon Murphy? The illegitimate son of Eddie Murphy.
No, he's still out doing his thing. I seen him on a flyer. He changed his name up or whatever.
Well, if y'all don't know, there was a guy named Brand. He was going around telling everybody his name was Brando Murphy or Brandon Murphy. He was telling everybody that he was the son of Eddie Murphy. He looked just like Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, he did resemble him.
He looked just like him, and he was going around telling everybody that he was the son of Eddie Murphy.
He was getting gigs off that shit.
And he was getting shows off of people thinking he was the son of Eddie Murphy.
Him and Mason even set up a tour. Mason didn't know that wasn't Eddie's son.
Him and Mason Pryor did a show called Son of the Kings or something like that. And but I knew early on he was not Eddie Murphy's son. A lot of people in the industry.
But he even had Mason fooled. Mason said, I didn't know the nigga wasn't Eddie's son.
I told him when I first met him, he wasn't funny at all, but he was going around. I told him, listen, stop telling people you're the son of Eddie Murphy. You're not. Just tell people that you're paying homage to Eddie Murphy. Just do like an Eddie Murphy one-man show.
He wasn't trying to pay homage to Eddie. He was trying to pay homage to his own self because he was booking gigs as the son of Eddie Murphy. That's fraud.
And he wasn't really that funny.
That ain't paying homage. That motherfucker was trying to pay homage to himself.
And he was doing pretty good. He was doing until Eddie Murphy put a stop to it.
Yeah,
Eddie Murphy shut it down, and Eddie Murphy sent a cease and desist order to Brandon Murphy or Brando Murphy and told him, look, motherfucker, stop telling people you my son. You're not my son. And they shut him down, and I haven't seen him since, but you say he's still around. He changed his name.
Yeah, he's using his real name.
He's using his real name now. So hopefully he learned his lesson, but boy, that fame was something. He really, I remember I told him, I said, man, listen, don't tell people you're Eddie Murphy's son. Just like do a one-man show. But I can look in his eyes and tell him he wasn't trying to listen to me.
I wonder who told him that might be cool. Like, give that shit a try. I wonder did he just think of that shit on his own or did somebody like say, you know, man, somebody you should tell motherfuckers you're the son of Eddie Murphy. Whoever it was, he should slap the shit out of that person.
He should slap the shit out of himself. He wasn't that funny either. I'm going to keep it 100. I've seen him couple times before him, he was not that funny. So that I think Eddie really put the cease and desist order.
Yeah, Eddie might have been cool if he'd have been ripping stages. Yeah, that's my son. Shit,
but motherfucker, you can't be my
he ain't asking me for no money or nothing. He just ripping stages in my name. Fuck it, yeah, that's my son.
You can't be Eddie Murphy's son and bombing like, oh hell no. But I hey. So that's it, man. So we're gonna start off with the dope story of the week, man, and we're gonna talk about sports, and we're gonna take a little serious term. We're gonna talk about sports and depression. We're gonna talk about sports and depression, and also depression in the entertainment industry. If you recently NBA stars DeMar DeRozan and Kevin Love came out talking about how they have dealt with depression and how they seeing therapists about dealing with it. Then Washington Wizards young star Kelly Oubre joined the conversation. This was a quote from Kelly Oubre. He said, "My dad always told me, don't let anybody see you weak. Nobody sees that I'm weak, but deep down inside, I'm going through a lot of hell. It's turning over." Mm-hmm. That's deep, man. And that's really because that's how we raise with our dads, and especially in the black community. Don't let nobody see you weak.
Yeah, you can't show no emotion no matter what.
And that's why a lot of us are messed up, because we feel, we need help, but we feel it's a weakness if we go get help and somebody know that we go get help. Because, mental illness is still a stigma in the black community.
Yeah.
And you can see it's in sports too, man. It's like it's a lot of people who need help, who need to talk to somebody. And there's nothing wrong with that. And from a sports analogy, Ron Artest will tell you that seeing a therapist was the best thing for him. He would tell you that. It changed
his whole life.
It changed his whole life seeing a therapist.
There's been times I wish I could have, wish I had somebody to see.
You can still, what you mean? You still can see people, man.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, I can see somebody. I'm just saying, but there was times where, maybe I couldn't afford to see nobody or didn't have the proper resources or didn't want to tell nobody and just deal with the shit on my own. And, I mean, and then a lot of times people think like, especially like DeMar DeRozan was the first one to come out and everybody was like, well, these guys are making millions of dollars, this and that. Like, how could they ever be depressed? I mean, because it ain't all about the money. It's like, I mean, this is I'll use DeMar for an example. Like, I've seen DeMar in person at the gym. I've seen him up close. And my side of it with him, I bet, part of what causes depression with him is the skin issues that he has.
He has.
Because, he has plenty of money, doctors, access to everything. So obviously he's tried all those things, but it still hasn't helped his skin problem. And so people, they don't think of that and don't look at that. But I mean, he's been dealing with that ever since high school, since he was a teenager. And that's tough. Yeah. And I'm sure that's why, I mean, it's so good that he was a basketball player and he had that avenue to get away.
Right.
Because that's the only time he didn't feel uncomfortable in his skin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, he put on, DeMar DeRozan put a tweet up on February 17th at 4:06 a.m. He said, "This depression get the best of me. This depression gets the best of me."
And at 4 a.m., them was the prime time for that shit to really set in.
And you think, well, DeMar DeRozan, NBA star, making millions in a great city like Toronto, all them bad bitches up in Toronto, you thinking like he should be living the time of his life.
Yeah. Yeah, he never got to worry about nothing, I mean, he's got enough money for generations of DeRozans right now.
Yeah.
So all of this, but I mean, when you going through that and you can just feel so alone. I mean, especially, he go out there in front of 15 to 20,000 people a night and ball or whatever, but then when he get back home, it's just him just staring at them walls. And it don't matter how much money you got at that point, the shit is sometimes it's not easy to deal with a lot of things, I mean, because that's the downfall. I mean, a lot of poor people go, well, he got money. Yeah, he got money. He got somebody asking him for it every fucking day of his life. There's not a day that passes that somebody's not asking him for money.
Somebody not angling for his money,
Yeah, and trying to get it or trying to beat him out of something or trying to...
And like you were saying, he might feel I got all this money and I can't get my skin together. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. There's no way if you were a any millionaire, and if they have skin issues or certain things like that, and you can't, and you're going to get help and there's nothing they can do, there's no way that wouldn't bother you. It's almost impossible.
Now, about 1 in 5 adults in the United States experience mental illness each year, according to the National Alliance on Mental Illness. That's one starter on every team. That's 20% of your family and your coworkers. Everyone is going through something that we can't see. Kevin Love said in the Players Tribune. A stigma has been attached to mental health for too long. The openness from Love, DeRozan, and Aubrey should begin to change that. Yeah, it's definitely something. Because Kevin Love had a panic attack during the game.
You know why it's going to be hard to change in sports?
Why?
Because there will be somebody. Okay, like let's look at it like this. Okay, say for instance, you're on an NBA team and you're feeling a little down and pressed. You can't go to the trainer and go, well, hey, I'm just not really feeling well mentally.
Right.
And then they go, like, well, what's wrong? Well, I'm just not feeling right. Okay, what's the diagnosis for that? Well, how many games do you need? How many this and that? It creates such a thing. And then, once they start, like, say, for instance, if Kevin Love had a panic attack and he couldn't play, then now some other motherfucker is going to say he's having a panic attack and he can't play. It's just going to open up such a door that it's like, how do you really monitor this shit? And then now, yes, the teams, they got enough money to bring in psychiatrists and whatever, but it's just such a big window of shit that we're trying to gauge it, and then you're gonna have people trying to take advantage of it. That's gonna be a tough one.
I know corporate America is
like, with a sprained ankle, they can look at your shit and go whatever, and they can diagnose it. How are you gonna diagnose this?
Yeah, Kevin Love, the Cleveland Cavaliers all-star forward, had a panic attack during a game against the Atlanta Hawks. After a stoppage in play, Love told his coach he couldn't go in the game. His heart raced. He fled to the locker room. It was like my body was trying to say to me, you're about to die. I ended up on the floor in the training room, lying on my back, trying to get enough air to breathe. Shortly after the incident, Love started seeing a therapist. It's something he never thought would happen. When I was 2 or 3 years into the league, a friend asked me why NBA players didn't see therapists. I scoffed at the idea, says Love. No way any of us is going to talk to someone. Yeah,
I mean, it was always considered embarrassing, like, you know.
And I heard some of his teammates, didn't they get mad at him? Because they didn't understand. They just saw him go to the locker room. They thought he just gave up on the team.
They didn't know. Yeah, so they didn't know at that time.
Yeah, they had to find out. Yeah, so it's even, like you said, teammates don't, they just think, did he quit on us?
I mean, look how the coaches, they're not equipped to deal with this mentally. This could be, this is just, it's a tough way to handle in sports and in the regular workplace also. No matter where you work at, this is a tough one to deal with. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, it's the same way for us because there's been situations in my life where the only outlet that I had was performing and being on stage and shit. The shows would be packed, everything going great, and people don't know that when you leave there, you go home and you feel like shit. They don't have no way. They just, and sometimes I've come to the conclusion that it must be part of the trade-off because I bring joy to a lot of people's lives. I've brought joy to millions of people's lives, and shit, sometimes I don't have joy.
Yeah,
I was having a conversation with my son recently about depression or whatever, and he told me that, Dad, you don't know what depression feels like, blah, blah, blah. He was literally, that was his statement. He truly believed that. And I'm thinking to myself, how the hell do I not know about depression? First of all, I wasn't able to be in your life the way I wanted to, whatever. I've been in federal prison, state prison. Then secondly, I wasn't able to, stay in your sister's lives the way it's supposed to, and that family broke up in these situations. Hell, if I don't know about depression, who does? And but he was dead serious. He was like, because he always pictures me as strong.
Right.
He's like, that shit don't bother him. That shit does bother me.
And that's people don't know. Well, listen, man, if you still want to talk to somebody, I got a homegirl who's a great therapist, and she's not that expensive, so she's always looking for new clients and stuff like that, man. So
yeah, shit. We always looking for new promoters and club owners.
Yeah, it's always because we talking from the sports analogy, but me and you are in the entertainment industry. It's a lot of depression in the entertainment industry. You got to really have mental toughness, and we go through this like just being comedians, just trying to make it, going on auditions after auditions, getting callbacks, and have to deal with because I tell people, because a girl hit me up about an actress I know. She was thinking about moving out here, and she asked me some of my advice, but she said she was frustrated and all right, I'm going all over the place, but I'm going to go back to another comedian hit me up, young comedian, was like, hey, I want to get your advice. I'm frustrated in my career. Things are not going well for me. And I said, well, young blood, how long you been doing comedy? He told me, I've been doing it 3 years. I said, he said, I'm frustrated about what's happened. I said, man,
at 3 years,
it's hard for me to.
Nothing could frustrate me at 3 years.
I wanted to hang the phone up on him at first. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Come back after you've been doing it 23 years.
Yeah, and then talking about some frustration.
Talking about you frustrated. 3 years, and I'm not getting on stage like I want. Like, dude, I'm 23 and ain't getting on stage. 23 years and not getting on stage as much as I would like to.
I tell people all the time, see, like, when the regular world goes out for a job, they go get it. They go have an interview. They get the job. That might be their career job. They might work there for 10 years, whatever, 20 years, whatever it is. We going out looking for jobs every single day of our life. No matter how booked you are, no matter how much money you making, you still got to get up and look for work every fucking day in this business. And people don't have any idea. And that right there is depressing.
Yeah, it can be. When you waiting for, you go on audition after audition and nothing, like, you got to be able to handle that. I just had a call back maybe a few weeks ago for forgot it was insurance commercial, and it was a callback, and I didn't get it, and I'm just it's tough. You got it, and you know this. You audition just like it's just tough that you got to be able to just man up and just go to the next audition. But sometimes it's hard to man up, man. It's we watch some of our peers getting this and getting that, and we're happy for everybody doing their thing.
Yeah.
Like, but it is tough sometimes. You're like, damn, I got close friends. We both got close friends in this industry who are doing real well, and we watched them grow up, and we watched them develop, and we're happy for them. But it is kind of tough. You're like, man, I just want some things to happen for me, man. You know what I mean? Can I get a break too? Can I? Hopefully this Dope Dealer podcast will be our big break. Shout out to everybody out there listening to us, and if you want to book us and promote us, I'm at Jamal Doman on Instagram and Twitter, and
at Tobe Hixx, TOBEHIXX.
Yeah, and we're going to have a page, Instagram page. I'm getting it together. We're going to have a Dope Dealer podcast Instagram page. I think it's going to be called the Dope Dealer Podcast, so look out for that. I'm going to set that up. But it's tough, man, and it's nothing wrong with seeing people. I got a homie who's going through some shit with his son now, and his son needs therapy, and his son got a lot of shit he could get off his chest. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that. See a therapist, man. There's nothing wrong with talking to people. There's nothing wrong with letting people know that something is going on with you, and definitely get some help, man. In a couple weeks, one of these shows we're going to have a couple therapists up on this show, and we're going to talk about mental illness. And we're going to have a professional on the podcast and going to tell us from there, give us their insight into it, because I think they have another lane because they deal with it,
Yeah, shout out to DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, shout out to Kevin
breaking
Love.
the ice, you know.
Shout out to Kelly Oubre. That was very, very brave of you guys. And please keep talking about it, man. And any other athletes, anybody going through some stuff, if you listen to this podcast, man, we're here for you. If you just want to call us and talk to us, you can call and talk to us.
818-916-1818. 818-916-1818.
What other podcasts you can actually call the guys and talk to them on the phone? Like, you can call us and talk to us, and whatever, you just want to listen, you just want to shoot the shit with us, we're here, man. We're here for you guys, man. It's the Dope Dealer Podcast, man. Before we get off the NBA, just real quick, something happened the other day. We was watching this Larry Nance. It's a video out there. Larry Nance,
man.
the power forward for the Cleveland Cavaliers, used to play for the
Lakers.
It's a video out there. We both have mixed opinions.
I was so sick when
it's a video
out
there.
Had to trade Larry Nance, and then I see this. This was kind of disgusting.
It's a video out there. I guess Larry Nance was headed to practice, and a little kid was trying to get his attention. A little kid was trying to get an autograph, and Larry Nance basically just ignored the kid, and I guess he just told him no.
The kid ended up telling his mother in the video that he said
the mother's recording it. So you can Google Larry Nance, you'll see this video. So basically, Larry Nance kind of curved the kid, and it's obviously a big thing because in today's day and age, everything is video, everything is social media, so everything is a big story now. I mean, it's not a big story, but it's online people talking about it, like So what's your opinion about it?
Oh, I'm saying that when I seen the video and the way he ignored the kid, it was only one child, and you can't do that because that kid's going to remember that for the rest of his life, that Larry Nance did that to him. You can't do that, man. You got to at least, even if you're in a hurry and you say you can't stop, he could at least have turned, acknowledged the kid, waved, said, hey, I got to go. I mean.
He might have been, I'm going to play devil's advocate. He could have been late for practice. He could have had a lot of shit on his mind. Do you have to stop for every single person?
No.
Just because you're an athlete?
Well, let's say he was late for practice. Let's just look at it let's say he was running a few minutes late for practice. Then you know what Larry Nance Jr. should have done? He should have stopped, signed that kid autograph, and he should have told Coach Lou, I was signing a couple autographs out there. My bad.
Coach Lou gonna buy that?
Well, I'm just saying it would have been the truth.
Is Bill Belichick gonna buy that?
Well, I'm just saying though. I'm just saying they might not buy it, but it would have been the truth. It'd have been better off. He'd have been better off having Coach Lou mad for 5 minutes than doing this to this kid for the rest of his life. He's never gonna forget that. I used to work
a job, and this supervisor was an asshole. And I remember one time he would write people up they was late. It was somebody who was 1 minute late. Let's say we supposed to sign in at 9 o'clock. Somebody signed it at 9:01. Don't you know that motherfucker wrote him up? And then I guess when they write you up, they ask you the reason why you was late. My homie, he said, the supervisor said, why was you late? He said, 9:01. Motherfucker, I stopped to tie my shoe. Write that on the thing. He said, I stopped to tie my shoe. Here, put that on the fucking, really, you gonna write me? But, it's, I don't know.
Nah, he should have. That was just a horrible look. And like I said, I was so disappointed when the Lakers had to trade him. I'm one of the big Larry Nance fans, but yeah, he shouldn't have did the kid like that. Honestly, to me, it had nothing to do with the kid. It looked like Larry Nance was thinking about some shit that had him pissed off.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
his girl could have been tripping. That's what I'm saying.
I'll give him the benefit of that.
You don't know what people going through.
Hey, you know, we don't know what they're going through. But it's one thing my grandfather told me. He said, as long as you alive, never mistreat a child. And that shit always stuck with me. And yeah, in that case, he mistreated a child. That wasn't right.
Well, it is a good end of the story.
Because look at it like, let's say he signed the one kid's autograph and 3 more kids came out of nowhere. If he'd have told them no, at least they would have seen him sign somebody and say, okay, he ain't a total asshole. He just has to go.
Yeah.
But that just looked like he just said, man, fuck you, little man.
How Snoop saying, baby boy, fuck you for it.
Yeah.
But it is a good ending to the story that I guess he apologized and he got in contact with the mother and the kid, and I guess he gonna
he should.
I understand what you're saying. I'm kind of 50-50 on it. Like Lord have mercy, you got to give your whole life to.
And I understand, but see, you got to do it for the kids. It's like, man, it's just like when I was a kid, I'll never forget this shit.
You got curved?
Yeah, when I was a kid, me and my aunt and uncle, they took me and my cousin to Kansas City Royals baseball park. Because that was like an hour and a half from Omaha.
Right.
And they was playing the Yankees. This was like right at the end of his career or whatever. So anyway, Reggie Jackson's there. So we go out there, the kids before the game, Reggie signing autographs. It was like a line of maybe 15 boys. We were the only black kids there in the line. So Reggie signing autographs. When he get to us, we at the back of the line. He told us he had to go.
Oh, wow.
So he signed all these white kids' autograph and didn't sign ours, and I've never forgotten that.
Wow.
You know? And then just yesterday, I was watching ESPN, and on the bottom of the TV it said, breaking news, Reggie Jackson injures his knee while walking, will require surgery tomorrow. I was like, fuck that motherfucker. I don't give a fuck.
You still mad because he ain't signed you?
Because of the way, I mean, that just looked horrible. I mean, shit, he signed all the white kids, and then you black motherfucker.
Yeah, like you see 2 black kids. That's I don't know if I got curved.
I got a recent one too. Go ahead, tell yours.
I got curved when I was a kid by Spud Webb. It was a place in Philadelphia called I Go Birds. They used to sell like Timberland shoes. Every once in a while they bring athletes in there. This was Spud Webb, slam dunk champion. They had just lost to he played for the Atlanta Hawks. They had just lost in the playoffs to somebody. Let's say the Wizards, the Bullets. I don't remember. Maybe the Bulls back in them days. So I remember he was signing autographs. So I came up, he signed my autograph, and I was like, man, I thought y'all was gonna beat the Bulls. He was like, I thought so too. I said, man, how did you? I'm a kid. I'm like, well, what you think? How y'all lost to him? He said, they score more points than us. Next.
Damn.
And I'm just a little kid. I was like, okay.
But see, like, and those are fucked up stories because we were kids.
Yeah.
But I got a fucked up one that happened not long ago.
What?
Yes, as a grown-ass man.
Go ahead.
Me and my daughters, we went to Red Lobster about 4 months ago. And so we go in there and they go in ahead and we get in the table, we waiting. So then I walk outside and I come back in, and as soon as I open the door at Red Lobster, there's Terrell Davis.
Oh, okay.
And it was right when he got elected to the Hall of Fame. Like shortly, after the news came or whatever. So I seen him and I'm like, yo, shit, TD, what's good, man? I was like, congratulations on the Hall of Fame.
Right.
And I was like, hey, let me get a pic. And so when I said, let me get a picture, he was like, oh, this motherfucker too?
He really said that?
Yes, he said that. And I was like, and at that point,
was your daughters with you?
No, they was on the inside. They was on the inside. They was on the inside of the restaurant waiting up because it was like a 20-minute wait. I went outside to smoke some weed. And so when I came back, I opened the door and then boom, there Terrell was. And then, he's like, this motherfucker too.
What?
Like I was just some, so I took the picture anyway because at first I was going to say, all right, fuck it, just go ahead on your way, But I took the picture because now I still got that motherfucker. And one day, when one day I'm gonna put that out there, I'm gonna say, remember me, motherfucking TD? And I'm telling you, congrats. He's like, oh, this motherfucker. Like he get asked for pictures everywhere. Like I was some.
Did he really?
Yes.
Oh my God. I got curved, bro.
And you wasn't even shit. You didn't play but 4 seasons, you bastard.
Hey, but he won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah,
man.
but I mean, shit.
Hey,
I mean, most motherfuckers in the Hall of Fame said he shouldn't even been there.
Yeah, I got curved maybe about 7 years ago, but I don't know if you remember. What's that director of Idlewild and Brian Barber? Brian Barber. He was a big time video director. He directed Idlewild. He came up with Outkast. He did a lot of their videos. Anyway, he was at Chocolate Sundays one night upstairs in a little, so it's, I think Idlewild had just came out, but people were around him, and I like his work. I love, I'm a big Outkast fan. I love all their videos and stuff. They were very creative. Idlewild was, to me, it was a 2-hour video, rap video, but so I remember I walked up to him and I was like, hey, hey, Brian Barber, nice to meet you. I'm Jamal Tobe. I'm a comedian. I'm actually about to perform. He had bitches around him, living the Hollywood life. He was like, he just looked up to me. He said, good luck with your career, and went back to the bitches.
Damn.
Fuck you, Brian Barber.
Yeah, that's whack.
And I don't think he's ever been, exactly. Idlewild bombed, and you ain't been around since.
You can't treat motherfuckers like that. That shit always come back. It's just like, you can't, like, there's some comedians out there that are selling their pictures after the show. Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, okay, say you're doing a theater or something, you can't sit there and take 500 pictures. No. Everybody understands that.
Right.
But they selling these pictures, and they're turning a lot of people off because here's the thing. Like, say you charge people, you charge them $10 after the show to take a picture with their phone, whatever. But here's the thing. But then, like, say as a comedian, say if we go to the mall, and you see a couple people, 2 girls, let's just say, and then they say, let's take a picture. You're going to take the picture with them for free, but then you charging the motherfucker who already paid to come to your show, who's there to support you, who put their money where their mouth is. And that's rubbing people the wrong way.
Well, I know some comics have different technique. I know Samore, what's the Samore? What she does is... She charges to take a picture, but they have their own camera.
Yeah, and so the person gets a physical picture. That's different.
Yeah, and I know how Michael Blackson does it is he sells product after the show. If you buy the product, if you buy his DVD or something like that, you get a picture. You can come back in the room and get a picture with him. And then he has like VIP guests, and they pay their ticket price came with a ticket.
And that's fine.
With a picture.
I mean, and that's fine. Yeah, but I'm just telling motherfuckers who just, because like I said, there's some people that hand people an individual picture, and that's different because you're giving them something.
Yeah.
But I'm saying there's people charging for people to use their own phone.
Wow.
And they get nothing. They
doing that?
Yes, like if you come up, like they take it with their own phone. All they doing is standing there and they charging them money.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that.
I had some friends.
I wouldn't do that.
I had some friends in Seattle.
Even if I got on like that, I wouldn't.
I had some friends in Seattle, and they went to the parlor to see Gary on, and he was charging people for the pictures, and they were highly upset. They left
with their own phone.
Picture with your own phone.
Yeah, Gary Owen. Hey, listen, Gary. We love you, but we ain't with that.
Yeah.
That's not. Yeah. And Gary, you're making good money like that.
Yeah,
man.
People was mad. I mean, they were upset. They called me and like, yo, man, we went to go see Gary Owen, man, and he was charging motherfuckers for a picture
off their own phone. Like I said, Samore does it. She has her own guy who takes the picture and gives you a physical copy of the picture.
Yeah, the little Polaroid type.
Yeah, but
that's different.
Yeah, Blackson, you buy his DVD, or you buy whatever, you get a picture with him, and Speaking of,
they charging you for some shit that they have no overhead with.
That's crazy, man. What you think about Aries Spears not having any, not letting black comics open up for him? Did you hear about that?
Well, I mean, I heard about that years ago.
Yeah, speaking of some sucker shit, I think that's some sucker shit.
Yeah, that's whack. And the first time I heard about it, see, here's how you know it's whack. As comedians, we might talk about it and it might come up. But I was at a club, working a club, and the co-workers are the ones that told me. I had never heard the story, but they told me, like, yeah, every time Aries comes, he say no black openers, blah, blah, blah. No black people on the show, whatever. And shit. That ain't no different. That's Arsenio just have white women on his show.
Oh, he does. I know some comic, like a guy comic. He likes like Guy Tori told me he likes a female.
It ain't nothing wrong with trying to have a different variety, but
But you're a black comic. You know what we go through.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're a
it's
big
another
time
thing when you're not
black,
trying to help nobody, put nobody on. And see what I'm saying is like, I'll give an example. You know, there was a friend of mine in the business who was supposed to feature for Arsenio in their hometown, right? So Arsenio was coming through their hometown. So he's supposed to feature for him. So, you know, he's excited. You know, he's telling people, he's promoting it, letting motherfuckers know. And then all of a sudden, like a couple days before the show, before the weekend, the club told him that he couldn't work the weekend because Arsenio wanted a white woman, and he ended up getting a white woman.
That happened with a youngin' with Aries Spears. The youngin', I guess, went to the club, and the club knew him and was like, yeah, you can do a guest spot. Black comic, you can do a guest spot. He was just doing a guest spot. They say Aries came in there and shut all that down. You know, the young comic, young black comic was kind of pissed off about that.
But I mean, that's disgraceful.
That's some, fuck you, Aries Spears. That's how I feel about you. You that's why your career is where it's at right now.
That's why Marquez knocked him out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I posted that on Facebook one time. All right, we're going to get to the dope birthdays. Today is Tuesday, March 13th. The dope birthdays today. Common is 46 today.
Give it up for Common.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't even know they was dating. I seen that Common breaks up with Angela Rye.
Oh, they broke up? I didn't know. I knew they was dating.
I didn't even know they was dating. I used to always see her, and I used to be like, damn, she look good. I didn't know. Yeah, damn.
You know, two light-skinned motherfuckers, they can't, come on, they too light-skinned. Common and handsome, he had Serena for a little bit.
Yeah, I always wanted to knock Angela Rye off.
Yeah, I'll be seeing her on CNN.
Like her.
Yeah, Angela Rye can get it. The great actor, William H. Macy, one of my favorite actors, he's 48 today. Tristan Thompson is 27. Shit. He's only 27.
How old is Chloe?
I don't know.
37?
But Tristan still got a lot of basketball left in him. 27, he's still
It don't look like it. Shit, he's horrible out there right now.
African-American director, Tim Story, is his birthday today. And Tough Juice, Karan Butler is 38
he's one of my favorites, man.
Yeah, shout out to Karan, man.
Yeah, right on Karan,
He's got a great, I heard they making
doing a movie. Yeah, story.
I read he should make him, like, he's had an incredible story.
Yeah, man. Shout out to him, make it through all that shit.
Yeah, shout out to him. And we're going to start a new segment called Dope Quotes. Dope Quotes. I'm going to give you the quote, and you got to figure out who said the quote, all right?
Okay.
Here's the quote. Everyone has a plan till they get punched in the mouth.
Oh, yeah. We know that was Mike Tyson.
The great Iron Mike Tyson.
Iron Mike, man. Hey,
that's one of the great quotes of all time.
That is, and then, man, I'm so happy for Mike. And what I mean is that, like, when I think of athletes, and there's people all the time who go, like, well, how does this athlete lost $100 million, this one, blew $80 million, all these different, out of all the athletes who've lost a lot of money, Mike Tyson is one of the ones that I understand, and because I know he didn't have a proper upbringing, he didn't have family, whatever. He had snakes around him, and he just didn't know what to do with the money, and he was young.
Yeah.
So he's one of the ones
he
that
fucked up
always,
a lot of money.
Yeah, he's one of the ones, though, that I understand why it happened to him, and I'm glad that he's rebounding now. Man, he bought 40 acres to plant marijuana on, so let's go, Mike.
Oh, he did? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's in the cannabis business now.
What state he live in? California?
Yes, he got 40 acres. He's got to have his own he's growing it, everything.
Oh, okay, good for Mike Tyson. I'm Mike Tyson.
He got a whole bunch of weed products coming out.
I always remember where I was at the night that Buster Douglas knocked him out. I was with my little shorty, one of my first girlfriends, man. One of the biggest upsets in boxing history. I remember the shorty I was with. I remember she was like, "Get up, Mike, get up." I always remember her saying that, like, "Get up, Mike, get up."
Yeah, that was one of the most astonishing things I've ever seen.
Buster Douglas ain't do nothing after that. That was just one night. You can motherfucking catch lightning one night, Yeah, so now we're gonna get to the dope of the week. The dope of the week. I don't know if you heard about this, man. The dope of the week, his name is Mike Jeffcoat. Are you familiar with him? I don't know if you're familiar.
Nah, I ain't familiar
with him. This dumb mother. Mike Jeffcoat was the former coach of Texas Wesleyan. They are college. I guess they are junior college.
Yeah, I heard of Texas Wesleyan.
He was the former coach. So I guess what this rocket scientist did, I guess it was a recruit who wanted to go to the school, a baseball recruit, wanted to go to the school, wanted to be recruited. Mike did not think Mike denied the recruit, and he sent them a letter. He sent him a nice letter to tell him why he denied him. The guy name is Gavin, the wannabe recruit. Hi, Gavin. Thanks for your interest in our program. Unfortunately, we are not recruiting players from the state of Colorado. In the past, players have had trouble passing our drug tests. We made a decision to not take a chance on student athletes from your state. You can thank your liberal politicians. Best of luck wherever you decide to play. Mike Jeffcoat, head baseball coach, Texas Wesleyan University.
Wow.
And of course, he got fired a couple days, rightfully so.
That was straight stupid.
Who the?
And he just put it right out there like it wasn't nobody was gonna see.
In today's day and time, Mike Jeffcoat, you got to be the dumbest motherfucker.
He got his phone number, he got everything right there.
Like this wasn't going.
He told a kid to thank your politicians.
That's a kid.
Fuck your school.
Mike Jeff, and of course, thank you for the school did the right thing. They fired him. That's just, somebody said, LOL, this really happened. Somebody put a tweet, LOL, this really happened, shaking my head. Like, Mike, I heard he's a former baseball player. Like,
yeah, the name does sound familiar now that I think about
Mike Jeffcoat. Are you thinking of Jim Jeffcoat? He used to play for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I remember him too.
God, what the hell? I guess he had players from the state of Colorado, and I guess since they from Colorado, they all must smoke weed and can't pass the weed test. That's basically what he's saying.
Yeah, and then a lot of times the states that have legal marijuana, the people that are in the states that don't have legal, they be jealous, man. That's part of it.
Well, it's Texas also.
Coach want to smoke.
It's Texas also.
They can just smoke out there freely. Yeah.
Like, are you kidding? Like, you would send this to a kid. Just say, hey, you know what? We booked. We got too many recruits.
Yeah. We don't need.
But really,
He don't even know how good the kid is. He don't know nothing about the kid.
So, here's the school. We are aware of the email sent by our baseball coach. Hold on, I'm gonna go back to where they fired him. With a report where they fired him. On Thursday morning, the school announced Jeffcoat's firing at an official press conference, citing his remarks as well as NAIA violations under his watch. This is a personal matter and is currently under investigation. And it is our university policy to not discuss personal matters, but we want to reiterate that this email does not reflect our values and we do not condone discrimination. This includes discrimination on the basis of race, color, origin, ethnicity, gender, age, religion, disability, and sexuality. And we are committed to providing an exclusive campus for all our students, faculty, staff, visitors, potential students, and their families, even if they want to smoke weed. I just added that. Yeah, that's it. So Jim Jeffcoat, you are the dope of the week. You asshole. Hopefully you'll never get a job. And to Gavin, man, hopefully it's a college out there that will give you a scholarship.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
We wish you the best in all your...
make it to the major leagues on his ass.
Make it to the major... Yeah, exactly. And open up a weed dispensary with Mike Tyson. Yeah, do something like that, man. Yeah, so the NCAA tournament is coming up, man.
Yeah, man. A lot of teams got snubbed, yeah.
Yeah, my Temple Owls, oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah,
a lot of teams, my Nebraska Cornhuskers got snubbed, man. And that's hard to say in basketball because we haven't really been that great over the years, but the program is coming together and we should have been in the tournament.
Who you like? Who you like this? Virginia, I think, is the number
Arizona.
one ranked. You like Arizona? I think, they got a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah, they got chips in their pocket, too.
They got 100K chips in their pocket.
Yeah, they paying the players. That's who's going to win, the motherfuckers who getting a check. Shit, they got tips.
Yeah, I like Arizona. Virginia's the number one seed. The number one seed never wins. So
I just can't trust. I can't trust Virginia till the confetti coming down on them, man.
I like Michigan State, man.
They got too many white guys on the team.
I like Michigan State, man. Trey Young. Trae Young got in, made it in. A lot of people
He got in by himself.
Yeah, because
the team was horrible.
Yeah.
He single-handedly put them in the tournament.
Yeah, people were like, "Oh, if it wasn't for Trae Young, they wouldn't have been to the tournament." If it wasn't for Trae Young, Oklahoma wouldn't have won one single game this year.
Yeah, man.
That's how bad they were.
Plus, there is no way they had to put Trae Young in the tournament. You can't. I mean, he's a leading scorer in the country, and he's a freshman, and his hair's falling out. So you got. I mean, that's fucking top notch.
He does look. Yeah, what the hell
shit is falling out? What do you mean? What's going on? It's falling out. Nigga, that's what's going on.
There's some Benjamin Button shit going on.
He only 19 years old.
You sure he 19?
Got a sunroof.
He got that Greg Oden blood or something like that. Yeah,
his shit thin.
I think he's gonna do well in the NBA. I think his game
his game's gonna translate
to the NBA, man.
His dad was a hell of a player.
Who's his dad?
His last name Young.
Yeah, I like Trae Young. I like the guy from the center from Arizona. I think he's gonna do real good
he's a beast
in the draft. I love my guy out of Villanova. Villanova. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. I'm going with Villanova. When Temple doesn't make it, I always go to Villanova, man. I'm going with Villanova.
Hey, you know what? And Brunson, he's a baller, but hey, you know what's gonna help Brunson in the NBA?
What?
Josh Hart. Success.
Yeah, and Brunson, I don't know why people be sleeping on Brunson, man. Brunson
because he's been there for 4 years. Once you're there for 4 years, people just
he's actually 3 years. He's a junior.
Yeah.
He actually was supposed to go to Temple. He was signed to go to Temple. His pop, obviously, Rick Brunson, his pop had a job, was assistant coach, but then his pop got caught up in some massage parlor shit.
Yeah.
So Temple told him, hey, you got too much heat on you, just chill out. But his son got mad and went to Villanova. He was all set to go to us, so... It is what it is, man.
Should have got mad at his pop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he didn't get mad at his pop. He should have got. I agree with that, man. So yeah, I'm going with Villanova. So you going Arizona? I'm going Villanova.
I'm rolling
because I love Mikal Bridges, man. Mikal Bridges of Villanova. That's my favorite player, man. I like him.
There is no way that a motherfucker who's making $100,000 in college is not going to take his team to the championship.
You think he really got $100,000? You think they
huh?
You think you talking about the Arizona DeAndre
you think he did?
Ayton?
Yeah, you think he didn't?
I think he got some money.
Yeah, there's no way he didn't get no money. Everybody, like Lonzo said, everybody get money.
And everybody should get money. Fuck the NCAA. NCAA made $1 billion in profit. If I'm every player, get some money, get your family some money. They pimping you, so you pimp them.
Motherfuckers got scared in LA when Lonzo yelled, everybody getting paid. Motherfuckers at UCLA was like, oh no, Lonzo, be quiet.
Oh man, fuck all that, man. It's time for the NCAA. It's time to crumble all that shit, man. It's time. These motherfuckers, they making all that money.
Mm-hmm.
They get mad at the kids making low money. Let them kids make money, man. DeAndre Ayton, $100,000 wasn't enough. You know how much money Arizona probably made off of him this year?
Oh, man, they done made so much money. That's why the coach, he still got his job. They like, fuck it. He had his voice on there saying, hey, bring the $100,000 over for Ayton, and they still coaching. That's hilarious.
That's some gangster shit. Sean Miller had one of the greatest comebacks of all time within a week.
Mm-hmm.
The reports, what's that saying? The reports of my demise?
Allegedly.
The reports of my demise.
It was too soon.
It was too soon. He came back because everybody
I couldn't believe he came back. When he only missed one game, they was like, shit.
Because is he that dumb to be on the phone talking to payment?
Yeah. You think the feds that dumb to say he was on the phone talking to payment?
Yeah, but listen, I know these coaches know what's going on, but ain't none of them going to be on the phone.
Hey, look, man. When the feds say some shit, they telling the truth. I mean, them motherfuckers, man, I remember when they came and got me, they had so much paperwork. I mean, they had like a whole Xerox box out of Kinko's full of shit on me, man.
When the feds came and got you?
Oh, man.
I heard when the feds come and got you, they
if they mention that shit, they got it. They know. They don't talk about shit unless they got you. They followed me around for about 5 years.
Wow, before they got you.
Mm-hmm.
So they tell like motherfucker 5 years ago.
Look at him over there smoking weed, drinking.
Remember you took that girl to Pizza Hut 5 years ago? Motherfucker, we got the pictures of that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why Jamal Doman is an upstanding citizen and I don't do anything. So the feds, only feds I know is Fultz, Embiid, Dario and Simmons. That's all I know. My Sixers. That's all. That was actually, they was thinking about having that.
Yeah.
It didn't go well.
Nah, that was whack. That was whack.
They was like, no, that's not going. Not in Philly.
Yeah, you gonna call yourself the Feds?
Not in Philadelphia, where they
nowhere.
Where they hate the Feds.
Where it's a bunch of black people at.
Where they hate the black people and Italians, the mafia. They hate the Feds. But Jamal Doman loves the Feds. Shout out to the Feds. I have no
Tobe
issue.
Hixx don't.
That's the views of Tobe Hixx is of Tobe Hixx his own, and not reflects Jamal Doman views, but it does reflect the views of Dope Dealer Podcast. Yes. All right, so listen, I think we good. We wrapped everything up, man. We got I got a lot of
call 818-916-1818.
One more time.
818-916-1818.
Shout out to Paul Kenneth Friesen. He's the owner of Blessed Period. They out of Philadelphia. He got a t-shirt company. They doing a lot of positive things in the community, man. Shout out to Paul, man. And he gave you a t-shirt, man. He said he'd been listening to the podcast, and he said, man, get Tobe a t-shirt. So you got a Blessed t-shirt, man, and that's for you, man.
Tell him send a red one next time. His blood's over here. Didn't he know?
Oh, that's right. Well, he got a little orange in it, so shout out to man.
It's all good. I sure appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Listen, if you want to hit us up, I'm at Jamal Doman, JamalDoman on Twitter and Instagram. On Facebook, I'm Jamal Got Jokes.
At Tobe Hixx, TOBEHIXX, Tobe Hixx Live on Facebook. Hey, this week, March 15th through the 18th, I'll be in Cleveland, Ohio at Hilarities Comedy Club with my homeboy Felipe Esparza, Rodrigo Torres. Hey, Cleveland, come on out. Have a good time this weekend, March 15th through 18th. Hey, in Austin, Texas at the Variety Theater.
Oh, wow.
March 30th.
Oh, wow, that's what's up, man. Y'all working up. This weekend from March 15th to the 17th, I, Jamal Doman, will be sitting on my couch watching the NCAA tournament. That's what I'll be doing, eating popcorn. But listen, if you need, we're comedians, so you want to book us, hit us up, man. We're available for whatever. We host events. We do all type of parties and stuff like that. So please, if you want to be a sponsor, we're looking for sponsors for the podcast, man. We are growing. So please, we taking donations of 25, 50, 75, whatever you want, and
don't matter.
We will promote whatever your program. We will promote it on the show, man, and so that's how we do. If you have any talent or music, please send it to us. As you can see, we open up the show with a new artist. If you're new artists, you want us to send us your music, and then we will DM it to us, and we will have it open up the show, and we'll shout you out, man. That's what we do. If you got some talent, you can poetry, whatever. You want to come down and do the show, hit us up. We always looking for guests to come on down here.
If you're in LA and you got something you want to do, like if you ever visit LA from any other part of the country, you'd like to be a part of the show, come down and see an episode of the show, hit us up. You send it to BOOKTOBEHIXX@gmail.com. But we here for it.
And we will be on Instagram. We're going to have a Dope Dealer Podcast Instagram page is coming soon. I'm probably by the time you hear this, it'll be up. So look out for that, man. And we are sponsored. Our sponsor this week is Doman Cheap Movers, the #1 moving company in LA. Hit us up. If you want to move, we can make it smooth. That's it, man. Doman Cheap Movers at DomanCheapMovers@gmail. DomanCheapMovers@gmail, or you can hit me up because I'm the owner of the company. You can hit me up and we'll move you, man. So you listen, man. Shout out to Comedy Pop Up. We love them, man.
Taking care of us, looking out for us here.
And please, if you're listening to this, please rate us and leave a review. If you're listening to us on iTunes, please leave a review and rate us. We're also on Stitcher, we're Google Play and SoundCloud. If you don't have an iPhone, you can listen to us on that, man. Shout out. We'll see you next week, man. God bless y'all, man. It's the Dope Dealer Podcast.
Dope
Dealers.
That's why he leaning on you, let me get him off you. Split his noggin, check his pockets, heard he had that soft too. Damn, he only got some green, my youngest still go work with this. Flip it, get that chicken, then I throw him on that purple shit.
24/7 getting chatty, you be grinding. 24/7 haters stressing cause we shining.